You've probably heard it everywhere. Don't work hard, work smart. But yeah, like what does that actually mean? And even though some people they think they know what it means, they actually don't. And that is logical because nobody is going to say, oh yes, I'm working pretty dumb, right? So in this video, I will explain what smart work actually means. And smart work basically means working with leverage. It means working on the high leverage tasks. And this is kind of what it looks like. So you are doing a lot of tasks throughout the day, throughout the week, that you think are getting you closer to your goal, but is it actually? And this is the graph that I'm talking about. So here, first of all, is 80% of the, oh no, I never meant. 80% of the results. What I'm going to write down here is like the Pareto principle. That is basically 80% of the results come from 20% of the actions. So 80% of the actions will cause 20% of the results. So working smart means working on the high leverage things, the things that are like the 20% of the task that's bring 80% of the results. And this is what it looks like. So this is the results, this is the actions. And so here and here, this is 20% of the actions. And this is basically like what it looks like. So here, right here, this is basically the Pareto principle. This should go on a bit longer because this is not 20%. This looks like a bit further, but yeah, like you can extend it, right? So 80% of the 20% of the actions will cause for 80% of the results, because if you see this whole area, right? This whole area, it is 80% of everything if you compare it to this area, and these are only like 20% of the actions. So this proves that like you don't have to worry about these 80% of the tasks. Like, you get what I mean? Like, only focus on 20% of the actions that cause 80% of the results. And if we know this, then yeah, of course, nice, but what does this actually like include? Like, how can we discover the high leverage tasks? Well, I'm going to explain. I don't know if this remover is better or if this remover is better. Let me know in the comments. Cool. So basically, if we know that we have to focus on those 20% of the tasks, that gives 80% of the actions, then really think about it, like what are those 20% of the tasks? And usually it only comes down to about 5 tasks, something about that. And basically what you do is throughout the week keep a notebook with you, or you can do it on your phone or whatever. And whenever you are doing a task, then write it down. So you make a list. You basically like make a huge list, and you start your week like start this on Monday, for example, and then you write it down. Tasks 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. Like, write it down. Like, actually, you don't have to number it right here. You don't have to number it. You can just, first of all, just write down every task that you do. And this is also included. This is not only work related. This is also responsibility related. So with responsibility, I mean like the tasks that you just have to do, like eating, like maybe cleaning, for example, maybe going to your job, maybe taking care of your kids or whatever. So write down everything you do throughout the week. Then at the end of the week, you can basically take a look at this entire list. And then what you will do is you will write down the top 5 tasks with the highest leverage. Like if you can only pick 5 tasks, basically you prioritize them. So this might be the number 1, this might be the number 2, this might be the number 3, this might be the number 4, this might be the number 5, the 6, 7, 8, and the list probably goes on like forever, right? Because you have no idea what you do throughout the week unless you become like really aware of what it is that you actually do. So once you have that, then make like a priority list over here. Right here, you're going to write down this number 1 most important task, and then the second, and then the third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth. These should be the only tasks that you focus on throughout the week. And how am I, because I know you're probably already thinking like, how am I going to not do this because it is absolutely necessary? Well, that brings us to the next framework. So only we focus on these 5 tasks, and the rest we are going to, where will I write this? No, you get the point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the only tasks that you should focus on. No, I will write it down here. And for the other tasks, you will either, first of all, you will think for every other task. So from 6, 7 to 8. You think, oh, of task 6, is this one like really necessary? What would happen if I don't do this task? And if you are not doing this, if you are not doing these tasks and nothing really changes, then why do it in the first place? Then you can like eliminate it. So that is the first thing you can do. Look at all of the tasks and look at what impact it would have when you remove the task, for example. And if there is no impact, then eliminate it. Then, like, of course, some tasks, they can't be eliminated. So, because, for example, like when you are doing the meal prepping or when you're doing the cooking, for example, you can't eliminate it because, like, if you would eliminate that, then you would literally starve to death. So, some tasks you can't eliminate. Well, then can you automate it? Maybe. This is a bad example with the food, but a lot of tasks, it can be automated. Because when I still was like for example, when I'm doing this, making the YouTube videos, I batch write my videos. So I write or I post like four or I no, I record 4 or 5 videos basically in a row. Then the next day I'm making the thumbnails and the titles, and then I like schedule them. I schedule them throughout the day. So or once a day. Now I'm doing a 30-day challenge. But what I'm trying to say here is you can automate it with all of the tools that we have, all of the AI tools. Right? Like maybe you are doing the outreach. Can you automate that using a tool, for example? Because that could also like hugely benefit you. And with the YouTube videos, like I schedule my post, so I don't have to go back and like schedule like once a day, like come back to my laptop and schedule or upload the post, because they are scheduled. So automate is the second thing. So the first is eliminate, the second is automate, and the third is delegate. And basically ask yourself, like, can I delegate a task? Like, can somebody else do it? When it comes to the cooking, for example, yeah, like you can cook yourself, but you can also order food. Or maybe if you're still if you still live at home, ask your mom to make the food, right? Or maybe the laundry or stuff like that. Like, these are the tasks, like the cooking, the cleaning, and the laundry are the tasks that require lots of time, but it is not really expensive to delegate it. So maybe you live at your home and you're really fortunate that your mom and your dad or something do tasks like that. But if you live with yourself, like, think about, is this worth it to delegate it? Because how much time do you spend on the cooking, on the cleaning, and doing the laundry? And if you spend a lot of time and then look at how much money it costs, maybe you will maybe it will cost you like 15 or $16 per hour to do that. And if you're earning more than that, then I think it is a good way to delegate it. But then of course you have to be productive. You can't just delegate it and then just chill and watch Netflix. No, you have to be intentional about the time. But yeah, basically this is how you find, first of all, the high leverage tasks with the Pareto principle that I just showed you with the graph. So 20% of the actions, they cost for 80% of the results, and all of the other tasks, either eliminate, automate, delegate them. So yeah, good luck.